And butts.
I know what that means. That means that we're live, baby. What's happening, everybody? Good evening. It is back to your regularly scheduled Sunday programming right here on the Chatty Fam. It is Sunday, and it's the right Sunday. Not because they're always the right Sunday, whether it's Dragonlance Sunday or a
That's a pretty good transition. I really like that.
In Dragons.
Oh, we got really musical with it this time.
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes
Nice.
I can
That's
carry
nice.
a note or four. I don't know, whatever.
A note of four. Wow.
Note or one day we will do some karaoke and
I'm so impressed.
make that happen for to you.
She thanks us. She
That
thanks.
sounds
Jeez,
so
jeez.
sarcastic.
Jeez, wow. As you can tell, it's everyone's in an interesting mood. The chaos has it's never really all the way reined in, but what is sure to hopefully be a particularly climactic evening here on Duval Dragons episode 54. My name is Jacob Blake, Duval King Jacob, wherever one can be found on the internets. I use he, him pronouns, and this is this ridiculous ass show that we've been doing for like 2.5 years and some change or whatever the fuck anymore. I actually was doing a pretty good job of clocking things. It's actually, I think, almost three,
Almost
which
three.
is
Almost
yeah, it's almost three. I think 3 in June, if I remember.
July?
Yes. June.
July. I'm thinking of
One of those months.
the one shot then. But that's okay, which is fun because we might see some people from the one shot today. That's great. No big deal. Yeah, I'm the Judge Master for this little show. We'll sure to be a fun evening. A couple of actually, we'll go around. I don't know where Jay went. Jay is here somewhere. Do not be concerned. You do not need to call anybody. Not all heroes wear capes. This is not a drill. But welcoming a particular person back from the ether, that is Los Angeles. Chris, who are you, and who are you playing this fine evening?
It wasn't in Los Angeles, but it definitely was a little bit of a jaunt to get there. But I am Chris, playing Sator Thunderfinder, the half-orc barbarian. Lucky, hopefully there won't be any thunderbolts thrown my way, but if there is, it won't matter. It'll just
Because you're immune.
I am. It'll be wonderful. Bring it on. Bring on the lightning.
Bolts, but not thunderbolts.
It's fine. It's fine.
Thunder's okay too. I'm resistant, I think, or something.
Oh.
We'll find out. Anyway, yeah, I'm back. We'll see what everyone thinks now that I'm back, and we'll have some fun today. Because
thank God
we don't have to listen to Jacob's really bad impression of my.
Whatever. You were eating sandwiches and you enjoy it. Damn it. Welcome back. Nailed it. Look at that. She can't even hear us yet.
Nope.
She can't hear us yet.
Nope. Oh boy. Does she
Okay.
She might not even know we're on.
She might not.
I would hope that she would know that by now. Like we.
Let's just maybe. You know what? Maybe it's time. Maybe we'll do a little vacuuming. Like, maybe I'll just
I know, right?
start to to tidy this part up. Like maybe like.
Shit. Oh, love her. Oh no.
Jay?
Hi, Jay.
Were you aware that there's a show tonight?
And we're live.
Bam. Yeah,
That was,
I thought I had time to go grab a drink because I didn't have anything. I get thirsty.
No, it was amazing. And it was great to watch the journey of whatever that was. But who are you and who are you playing?
I was playing Rune. She is a paladin who is deeply devoted to her wife and is very much, not gonna lie, I would say nervous about what's gonna happen, guys, because we might have to fight somebody.
Is that a paladin oath of the wife?
Yes, all day.
Oh, the
Every day.
babe.
Paladin of the Bay.
Love it. Love it. Amazing.
Oh,
Jess.
Hi, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and buttholes. At me, I'm Jess from Freckle Sketches Everywhere. And tonight, I use she/they pronouns, and tonight I am Zakria, our Oath of the Ancients paladin, leader of the Peacekeepers. Fired in us, he's super badass, mom galore, who uses she/her pronouns.
Amazing. And last but certainly not least, the guy whose name's on the channel, Maddie.
hi. I'm Maddie, aka So Maddie Games. I'm co-captain of Team Butthole, and I am playing Rilo Rumblebelly, who is a Petiefling sorcerer warlock, and not the leader. Not the leader.
That remains to be seen because some people feel differently. Maybe there is an internal change about to happen. Who knows?
I mean, I didn't say I was the leader, and nobody corrected me, so
This is
It's
true.
true. It's true. Anyway, so previously here on the Duval Dragons, our beloved peacekeepers here are turning the corner to essentially what they hope to be the finale of this particular scourge within Okeechobee. The Shadow Initiative has, of course, taken hold, and after a lot of back and forth and maybe a little bit of subterfuge, and by a little bit I mean a good amount, via perhaps some gifts, and maybe even perhaps some reveals around other conversations that are happening around them as the world continues to turn based off of whatever they do or they don't do. And all starting out with sort of as they decided to go into the city proper. It is a deserted city currently, as the meeting between the Peacekeepers and Shadow Initiative has been socialized, as well as thanks to the Peacekeepers, there have been several emergency response plans put into place, including evacuations and some safe houses for people, rich and poor alike. And while heading into town, as Rilo, Satir, Sam, Gus, and Azias headed to the Brass Tacks Tavern and Inn to meet with Rilo's family, Zakria and Rune were headed to the Rich District in order to maybe see if they could gather some additional information in regards to both either Lavos and maybe even some history of the city. Along the way, both of these split parties received a gift. One being the heads of the two Behir that apparently were missing, as well as what appeared initially to be the body of a familiar black dragon wormling named Inaron, but was actually a bit of an illusion as well as a trap, and was not actually just another piece of the Behir. As Bradshaw was continuing to send messages around, do you really know who friend and foe is? Amongst other things, as well as Zakria and Rune got some of the guards in shape, as well as finding out where Graham, the mayor, lives, and also finding out that he was meeting with somebody, a particular Bradshaw of the Shadow Initiative, all while sort of around the same time it was revealed that Recent Akrana, who the Archmage that initially hired the Peacekeepers, was also, in a manner of speaking, working in some capacity with the Shadow Initiative. All while the messengers were one of the Yanti that they met in the desert. What's particularly fascinating about that is those Yanti were the same Yanti that kidnapped the queen in our charity one shot that preceded the official campaign of Duval Dragons here on this channel. There was some plans hatched, as well as a little bit of merriment, a slight bit, as Rilo decided it was time to get something to drink before everything goes to shit. And upon finding out that his mom could hear the message that was happening between Rune and Rilo, she mentioned that there was a reason for that, and that it was probably time for them to talk about the collector. So, as we sit at the bar, or actually it was the table, on the first floor of Brass Tacks Tavern and Inn,
Yeah.
as pretty much everybody, with the exception of Rune and Zakria, are here. They are currently on the way. We will begin with a bit of a story. So Aloha, your mother, Rilo, having finished that sentence, before she continues, is there anything that is said, or are you just waiting for her to continue?
What? Right in front of Dad?
Your father is aware. And he just nods. Yeah, I've known from the beginning.
Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. I'm all ears.
So, Rilo, before the war started, things weren't exactly going so well for the Rumble Valley family.
Oh.
As you know, my sorcery was a closely guarded secret, upon the war's apex, we were simply trying to live our lives, not wanting to be swept up as a resource or weapon of someone else's war.
Right.
You may remember that I used to suffer from these headaches. Typically, they would interrupt our hanging out or playing together.
Yeah.
And I would tell you something along the lines of, Mummy's tired, give me a bit of a break.
Yeah.
And in most cases, you wouldn't. She kind of says with a bit of a weak smile.
Well, sometimes I go get you ice cream, but yeah.
You did. You did, dear. That was my poor attempt at a joke.
Oh, I know.
And typically, when questioned, I would describe these things as tension headaches or migraines. The truth is, the origin of my gift takes us far off the coast of a city named Kada, if you're familiar.
Kada?
Yes. What we initially thought was a simple cruise vacation turned quite terrifying. So I was haunted by these dreams of some sort of ancient water-logged entity, see-through with a large gaping maw and tentacles. It's like its tentacles reached out and latched onto my mind.
Oh. Oh, no.
And then when it let go, and you see her kind of like produce this blue flame. I had this.
Oh.
I didn't sleep much when you were younger. These dreams and what this entity wanted in exchange for these gifts were all that plagued me, all I could think about. A being that called itself Calathor. This being is apparently, or allegedly, not from this plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, originally from the elemental plane of water. This entity wished to enslave all kinds of people,
Oh no.
and in turn would take this planet as its own, utilizing sort of an even older entity as a bit of a beacon to enhance its powers. A being that I was also advised was known as Social Theist.
Okay.
And for a while, I would promise to spread these messages and its gifts. But truly, I was simply stalling, trying to find a way out. And one day, I had a visitor. A very well-dressed man, dark of hair and beard.
Yeah. I've met him.
Yes, you have. And he mentioned that he sensed this conflict in me and would help to resolve it. And thus, a deal was struck. Now, in my desperation, I didn't consider what new deal and what consequences would be sort of up next. And she reaches into her a small like smock inside of her dress and takes out what appears to be this long, almost rod, and around it is a parchment. Places it on the table. In exchange for blocking this entity's reach on me, the collector's mark would be placed on my next child. And well, 6 months later, I found out that I was pregnant with you. She kind of like shifts uncomfortably in her chair. Rella, this was not a secret I planned to keep from you. I was naive enough to think perhaps it just didn't matter. As far as our connection, I will admit, it is convenient. Allows me to peek in on those that I care about. That ancient entity is what gives me that ability. But not only that, to interrupt or any sort of transactional message, if I deem it worthy, or need be, also allows me to sense desire. Now, I've not used it on anyone, for fear of that being, to be frank, untoward and, for lack of a better term, quite forward. But then it seems that the collector took a liking to you. And the mark was no longer just that. But a deal was a deal, and that was all that we agreed to. And it seems that, as frustrating as it was for them, he simply could just go to you directly. So, there we are. And you just, written on her face, just this like heavy burden just unloaded. By the way, Satir, make a history check.
Yeah, not so good. That's only an 8.
Okay. Never mind then. So, I'm sure you've got plenty of questions. I'm sure I would in your position. Especially with what we have planning to go up against today. I'm sure this is quite inconvenient. But in case things go awry, I thought it was time. And you kind of see her like eyes well up at this point. I couldn't be more sorry, rather. I really couldn't. I never expected this to happen like this.
That's okay. That's okay. No, don't cry, Mom. It's all. I mean, I'm not even sure, like, how to respond right now, or how to react to this, except for, I know who I am. I know who I want to be. And that's it.
Just like shakes her head.
You're right.
And
Oh,
kind
that's
of nods.
exactly. Right. Oh, that's what you should have answered. Exactly right. It doesn't change a thing.
Right? The collector can. I mean, I don't know. All I'm gonna say is, no matter who, no matter who my patron is or where I gain my power, O'Leary's never coming back. And I have a lot of good I need to do. And that starts tonight.
Why do you feel like there's good that you need to do, rather?
Because there's not enough good in the world.
Oh, my boy. Always surprises with you. Always.
Well, I'd hate to be boring.
Suppose we couldn't have that.
I don't even know how.
It's.
But
I do admit that in my younger years, I definitely was lost to the pursuit of power. You see, that is when things changed for us. Knowing the desires of others, flip the script. I only used it once and I immediately wish I didn't. But the reality is, it did work. And it put us in a very powerful position that we still hold.
well, sometimes we need a leg up. You know?
And your father's like, now, did we discuss this? This is, that's just an excuse. Right?
I mean,
Yes, we agreed that it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, but you can't really change what you've done. You know? All you can really do is just make up for it.
Well, to
The tour
use your
takes
words,
a long drink with those words.
well, I suppose, to use your words, my dear boy, I suppose it starts today. Or tonight, as it were.
Yeah.
At this point, Zakaria, Rune, you made your way into brass tacks as well, and you see that there's a cluster of people mid discussion.
We good?
Go ahead.
Huh?
Did
Oh,
we miss something?
yeah. Just some family history.
Hmm.
Everything good? Everything okay?
Yeah.
Can we,
Aurora
like-
sort of just wipes her eyes,
We'll
and
be
you can see that they're swollen from tears.
we'll be
Oh.
fine.
Insight check.
On who?
The moment Rilo says we'll be fine after
All
Zakaria
right.
sees tears, yeah, Rilo.
Sure. Persuasion or deception there, Rilo or Mobelli.
Okay. Oh no. Where's my
15.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. It might actually be slightly jarring to Zakaria because Rilo's been a pretty fair and easy read. But not this time. Maybe it's the renewed purpose that you've been witnessing. That leadership. Hard to say.
So I mean, really, it's a long story, but it looks like I might have my dealings with the collector probably aren't over.
And they're my fault.
They are what they are.
Oh.
But like I said, we can't change what we did. We can only make up for it. So, let's do some good.
I Let's make up for our past.
Or make the future better.
All right. Well, rather, everyone, what's next?
What is next? When do
Meeting
we
with
meet with
Bradshaw.
Bradshaw?
At this point, you've got about, it's later in the afternoon, got about 5 hours.
Probably call our dragon friend.
Oh, the
Kipfiel.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's- I've certainly not earned the ability to interrupt here, but did you say dragon friend?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Silver dragon.
Hey, she was with us for the party.
Right, but the she kind of like does this, indicating like Kiffiel's hair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of looks around. She's a dragon, and Sam's like, "Yep."
Mhm.
Sorry, I've been waiting for an opportunity to say something. I've been really uncomfortable this whole time.
Hey, hi Sam.
Oh, hey, Rallo, it's right here behind you.
I know.
And,
We have lots
and-
of strange bedfellows, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Gus is just
strange
like, I
bedfellows.
believe that's an understatement.
Ooh, bedfellows.
You know what we mean.
It's an expression, Rilo.
What?
Oh, by the way, we caught up with Zaltiel while we were out and about.
Who?
The Yancy that we met out in the desert a while back.
Whoa.
Yeah. We had a delivery from Bradshaw.
Oh.
Hey, you got one too.
Yeah, we got one too.
You got one?
Yeah, they.
What was it?
Bradshaw tried to fake us out. He tried
do you
to send us something that looked like Anaron,
What do
but
you,
it wasn't.
wait, what do you when you mean looked like him? Like
Then
It-
it was made to look like Anaron, like a little black dragon wormling.
Hey, it was pretty close until you got right up next to it.
he mailed you a body?
Sort of.
We mailed us heads. It's not really that different.
True.
Heads? What?
The Bahir
Yeah.
heads of the remaining two we were supposed to go get.
Oh, right. But here, that's what it was. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Rilo, didn't you contact?
I tried to contact Reese, but he was with Bradshaw. Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Did it sound like you wanted to be?
I don't know. That's the thing. It didn't sound like he did, though. But it's weird. It's kind of. It's very iffy, man.
Well, to be fair, we were already on the fence about full trust on this individual.
Yeah, but.
But just. We were working on him.
I like Reese.
Right, but we're trying to get him to understand that genetically modifying already dangerous creatures is probably not the best of ideas.
Well, sure. But, I mean, I don't know. I think it's the intent, that's important, and you always seem to have good intentions.
Mm,
Just a little misguided, I guess.
Isn't it for... You know what? Let's not get into the semantics.
Okay.
it seems that Bradshaw is making the rounds and trying to bring as many people to his side as possible.
Oh,
And-
well, yeah. That'd be the smart thing to do.
So I guess the question would be, how do we... Feels like we're now trying to convince more than Bradshaw. Now it seems like we have to convince a whole town.
It's
Hey,
to be
weren't
fair,
we
it's
doing
always
that
been
already?
that. Yeah.
Okay,
guess it just- Felt smaller.
So, what if we... What happens when... What happens if we just... Like, let him do what he wants? Like, what happens? Like
If
all the
we let-
like worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, a lot of innocent people are hurt.
Right.
Worst case scenario, well, he was, from what I understood, not going to alert anybody and just start blowing things up for the sake of taking this barrier down for the greater good.
Aye.
And that is how he's convinced the mayor or Reese or these other people to be on his side?
I don't think he's convincing these people.
I think he's promising them positions within this new within regime sounds like a bad word, but it sounds like to replace what was in part already, but promising people seats on certain councils or positions, which
No. I don't think it's convincing either. I don't think it's promising. I think these are threats.
threatening people with power. I mean,
No.
power.
He's got something over all of these people. Bradshaw has always been one step ahead, even knowledge-wise. There is stuff that he knows that we don't, that he's using his leverage against these people to get them to be on his side. Bradshaw's, so far, from everything we've interacted with him, concerns himself with leverage.
Aye. He does seem to always know what we're going to do before we do it.
It's manipulative. He's manipulating the situation in his favor. That's kind of always what he's done. I
So
wouldn't be surprised if he's just blackmailing all of these people onto his side.
So, how can we make sure that when we go to meet him, if it's even possible to be on some kind of equal footing with him?
We can't. Not especially if we're going into his demi-plane to have a conversation. Or it's practically a lair, like, God knows what he can do in there that we can't control.
Well, wait, the table is outside, isn't it? Yeah. We're not going into his demi-plane.
The table's outside, but
Yeah.
he had plans to show us what's in there, and as I recall, it's back.
Well, sure, but we don't have to go in there.
All it takes is a cleverly timed foot, and we're tripped through and to whatever plane he wants us to be in. I don't trust getting even near that fucking door.
Just as a question, since I don't know how that thing works at all, how do you get out?
That's tricky.
See?
I ain't going anywhere near that thing.
Exactly. Thank you,
so-
Sator.
I
Same.
get that. But I mean, if it comes down to it, I'll just spell it again. I just,
Before or after we fall in?
before.
Well,
And we can't fall in.
No, we can't be shoved in.
Well, it could be shoved, I guess. Like,
It's the same
but
difference.
not that you're easy to shove.
Well, I
It
think
doesn't
what
have to be me. That's what I'm saying. If any of us go in there,
Oh,
it's a problem.
I get that. But that's not really. Huh.
I think we
Uh,
we
Because
have
if
all our
it,
bases
cause
covered.
if one of us goes in, the rest of us are going to go after to get him back.
Yeah, I think we're concentrating way too much on the steady plane.
Fair.
I think it's just
it-
a.
A farce?
Well, no, I just think it's a distraction. That's it. I think the concern is what does he want? What can we do to placate or convince him to be on our side or do the right thing? You know? I don't know. I don't want to fight him.
I think that's a question for Sator. Is there a universe where you two can work together on
No.
the same side?
I hate to say it, but no. I mean, it could be, but I hate to say it, the simple thing for me would be is I'm just not here.
What?
Because if I'm not in the city doing whatever we need to do, then there isn't a problem. I could just go home.
Sam at this point goes, "Nope, absolutely not happening. Voting that down right away."
I mean, as far as it goes, when it comes to this particular person, his means are too far off the chart.
So does that mean we're fighting?
No, we're still talking. There's got to be a way out of this.
Honey.
Bess at this point looks at you, Zachariah. Zachariah,
Hmm.
to the point around perhaps giving him what he wants. Does it make sense perhaps to agree to the deal and then just continue to work our way to permanently resolving it some other way? Buy ourselves some time?
We don't know what that will cost. It's a thought.
That's a good idea.
Frankly, I'm not a fan of sneaking around and lying about it. Especially
It's
if
nuts.
especially if when and if we agree to those terms, that's our face now.
Yeah.
That is what will be perceived as. That will forever tarnish the Peacekeeper name. It's borderline Pinkerton bullshit.
I don't
What's a
think-
Pinkerton bullshit?
Fuck
don't
Union
know.
Busters.
What?
I think Sam and Aziz look at each other like very confused, having no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
I think-
I don't sneak around. We don't do that.
I think whether we like it or not, we should just prepare ourselves as best we can for what could possibly go down.
Oh.
And Rune's gonna go outside of the brass tacks and like with her quarterstaff, and she's gonna start practicing basic strikes and movements. And it's loosening up her body.
All right. As you're about to walk outside, Sam goes, "Oh my God, I completely forgot!" And you see, he kind of grabs Gus's hand, and you see their eyes sort of flash with this silver energy. Okay. Oh my God, I was so fucking worried. Nobody's invisible. Nothing's invisible. Everything's not invisible.
Did you
Oh
just
man, I almost fucked up.
like spry the room?
Well, just to check and see if anyone was scrying on us.
Good job, buddy. And she just walks out.
Thanks.
I'm admittedly concerned about how we're about to dive into this thing. Because if we're talking just for show, then
We're not.
there is no chance of an alliance with one of our team members.
I get that. But that doesn't mean we just don't talk.
Well, right. Well, what's the point of talking?
So that we don't have to fight him.
We may have to.
I know
Es-
that. But I'm
especially-
not going to just give up.
Oh, no. I'm not saying we're giving up. The conversation must be had. That is non-negotiable. That's not the point.
Right?
The point is how much of the talk being non-negotiable is performative.
Well,
I don't want to be talking just for show.
I know.
I want us to genuinely try for something to come of this. Something positive to come of this.
Yeah.
And I understand we don't want Sator leaving, but
I just don't think we know what that could be.
I will tell you this. I will listen. I will hold me temper. I will even walk away from the conversation before I draw. But if he goes to lay a hand on any of you, I will break off every one of his fingers and feed him to him.
Oh. Okay.
that's a good point. Hold on. Can I have a guarantee from all of this? Everyone. I'm
What?
going to talk to Rune, but we do not, under any circumstance, make the first strike if it comes to blows.
Oh, word.
That was our mistake before. We are never doing that again.
Yeah.
I swore it before and I'll swear it again. I'm only striking in self-defense of myself and you as my family.
Is that an agreement?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Zeus nods. Absolutely. It's an order.
I
And
think that should just be a blanket rule for us. In the name of peace, we don't strike first.
Right.
sits here.
Aye.
How do you? Because I definitely see where I could get upset and suddenly lightning comes out of my fingers towards him. So before I make this promise, can I ask you how you do it?
It's a very difficult thing. It's one thing to remember that you can be angry. Someone can poke and prod. But until they hurt someone, all they can do is make you angry. The second they hurt someone, That's when the floodgate opens and you can release all of that anger and energy at them.
So I have to
Isn't
hold it
it?
in?
Oh, you can walk around, you can step, you can breathe deeply, and you can watch your friends and take cues from them.
Okay.
And I happen to be a very easy one to watch because from what I've been told and what I've been seeing, I turn funny colors and sparkle a little bit and spark. So you'll know where I'm at in the anger department.
Okay. Can I ask you an odd question?
Of course, always.
When we go in there, will you hold my hand?
If that's something you need, of course.
Okay. Because I don't know if I can hold it without you.
Just remember, if you need someone to duck behind, I'm there. I will be your shield if you need it.
And he gives you a hug.
There.
Okay, cool. I promise. Shit, I said it before I was thinking. Oh, there it is. Gus just puts a hand on his shoulder. Yeah, I promise.
Now, I'm going to take a few minutes for myself and center myself because that is what our good friend was telling me before. Because otherwise, I don't know if I could hold myself back during our talk. So, is there anything else we need to talk about?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Under what? I know there's no universe where you two work together. If we cut out the middleman, cut Bradshaw entirely out of this, is there a world for you where the Shadow Initiate and the Peacekeepers work together? Sans Bradshaw, completely cutting him out. Because that may be our way around this.
That depends on how they do their business, more than anything else.
Well, hopefully.
Without his leadership, would they be more like us? Or would they be more like him? It's a very, very different question.
The goal would be to take them under our umbrella. For us to do the teaching.
Men can be taught, or I should say, crew can be taught many things. There are always bad apples in every crew, and we would have to find them and root them out. Just like you root out any bad piece of bad fruit. But that doesn't mean you throw the whole fruit away.
I agree.
And you can still make one heck of a pie out of a bad piece of fruit.
So there's a world where it works. That may be what we have to work toward. Perhaps if this comes to blows, we can weed out what bad we can that way. But I think it may be our goal to convince whoever we can to be with us, to stand on the side of peace. For the sake of Okeechobee and all the rest of the innocent lives that live here.
We never had enough time to talk to, and I'm looking for my notes for his name, One that we talked out of being with us.
Kershaw.
Kershaw. I've never had enough time to talk with Kershaw about how the Shadow Initiative works outside. I wish we would have asked.
Yeah, we could have. We very well could have. But tension was high. We were already just working really hard on getting them and theirs out of here.
Aye.
I'm frankly no regrets on that front. I'm glad they're safe.
Question now is how many more can we save?
Let's find out.
So Alois is just like, where would you like the Rumble Belly crew to be during this?
I would say here. Since you have, seem to have a mental telepathic type abilities, Mom. I think you could probably keep an eye or an ear on my mind or something while this is all going down, and I can signal you if it's needed, kind of thing.
All right. Is that physically right here, or do you want me to head upstairs?
What gives you the best view of the stables?
Luckily upstairs, then.
As long as it's if you have a quick way down,
I have my ways. She
I
just
would
grins.
figure, because I know a few things, so I could only imagine what you know.
Assuming we survive all this, let's unpack that too.
Yeah.
And Azias is like, and where would you like me?
Oh, why don't we have Azias with my family?
This is going to be a lot.
Given the conversation I have been listening to, I can sort of see that.
Originally, we thought it would be wise for you to hunker down for whenever the barrier came down, but since that's not going to be same day...
What do you mean?
I don't think that's all going to happen in tandem. I think it'll be this conversation, and then
Well, perhaps
the barrier comes down.
Maybe that's what I should focus on. Doing a little intel in regards to that?
That's a great idea.
Yeah. That'd be very wise.
Yeah.
Let's do that. If we desperately need you, be close by.
Okay. So what was the speculation on how he was to bring the barrier down?
General explosives, from what I understood.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea where?
Probably the locations of the nodes.
Yeah.
Do you have a map? I'm not familiar with that at all.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, Sator, were you holding onto the map?
Yes, it should be. And I'll reach into the pack and pull out the map of the city. And
okay.
I think if this is the closest node, and I'll point to the one that's closest to where we are. Unless
and which is the one
that
that you
unless is that the one
resolved.
that is that the one that's already been plundered?
Yep.
Hey, but that one was already the little doohickey was already been taken though. So that one's not going to work. He would have to go probably further than this.
All right. So he kind of points 2, 3. Well, I suppose 1, 2, 3. All right. Well, considering it's almost time, I should probably head out there then.
Be careful, please.
I'll report back as soon as I have information.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Good luck,
Good luck.
everyone. And he runs out. And Rune, you see Azias sort of run, kind of give you a bit of a nod, and he starts to run outside.
Hey,
Not
do we want
bad.
to send Pepper with him?
We're gonna need Pepper for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need Pepper.
I feel bad sending him out by himself.
If things go down, you know.
Melora, go with him. So Zakria goes over.
There's a
and just-
sigh. Like it's like, and then
Just keep an eye on him, please. Melora's not much of a fighter. Well, at least I don't want her in this one.
And as
She'll
soon
be
as
more useful
that
with him.
happens,
did almost eat a goblin.
I
I'll
know.
say, hopefully he's not more than 120 feet away yet. And I cast message, hey, Azias, Melora's gonna tag along, just so you know.
Oh, I see.
Just lumbering toward him.
Yeah. Oh, that is terrifying. Thank you.
If he's not on his horse, I want her to
He's not.
bend, scoop him up, and she'll be his mount for the time being.
And one more message before he goes, buddy system.
Amazing. In a manner of speaking, yes, apparently. All right. Easy, girl. Easy. Okay.
I do
By
not
the way,
envy him.
Rune, you 100% see this. 100%.
Yeah, I'm just-
that
I
entire
just, like-
sequence.
Like Rune just like looks, and I'm just gonna just like to look back and look, and just just gonna whisper to yourself, buddy system.
Okay.
You gotta follow the buddy system through and through, even with the new people, right?
I think so. He's gonna need a partner eventually. Speaking of buddy system, I think Rune's got the right idea. I'm gonna go see if she wants a partner.
Okay.
Zakria heads out the door. I know you mentioned that you were going to contact Kipio, but that hasn't happened yet, so I thought I would remind you of all your resources.
Yes.
Um,
Before Zakria's on the way out, so long as you're casting message, Rilo, can you try to get word over to Kipiol to meet us sometime soon here?
Yeah. Do I have paper birds or?
Yeah, we've divvied up a
We've got
stack.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few hundred.
That's what I thought. Then
You're welcome.
I
Thank you.
will. I'll pull one out and. Let's see. Dear. No. My lady. No.
While Rilo is writing this message in Melora's head, she says, if anything happens to him, you bring him back. And if you can't, you come get me. So, like, basically saying, if Melora falls out of lizard form,
Body or not. Like,
return as a beetle, hopefully with his body. If you cannot, just come back. Get your ass back here.
Got it. Totally.
Mom, how would you address a dragon lady?
Well, I know. I've not had the opportunity to. Um, uh, is she married?
Not anymore.
Oh, well, that's some drama you definitely have to catch me up on as well.
Oh, totally.
I suppose Miss full name would probably be where I would start,
Okay. Okay.
or Madam, if you prefer.
Hey, Riley could always start with my lady Kipio. It always was a good one to start with.
My lady.
There you
Okay.
are.
Okay. My lady Kipil. We are preparing for our encounter with Bradshaw, and we were hoping that you would join us for this event. Thank you, and with sincerity and gratitude, Rilo Rumblebelly.
Okay.
And I'll fold it up.
Hold it up, and off it goes. A rune as actually speaking of that, Zakaria and Rune, as you are meeting up.
Figured it's easier to spar against somebody. If you'll have me.
Always. I didn't come off as being curt or anything, or did I?
I don't know who Kurt is. No, I'm kidding. No, I think you were fine.
I don't know her.
Never heard of her. No, I just like I understand what the goal is. I do. I think it's admirable. But I was also taught that seldom people want to talk when it comes to things that they've grown, shall we say, passionate about. Sometimes the passion for something is so overwhelming that only action is felt like it's needed. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't know Bradshaw that well. You guys have been dealing with him for a long time, but just from the small encounters I've seen, he's passionate. He's driven. And as much as I think he likes to fancy himself some sort of diplomat or progressive, he's just like any other person on this planet who wants something deeply. And he's playing a very good game. I respect that. But if it comes down to it, I think physicality is the only thing that might actually give him pause. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical, but it's how I feel. And she like gears up.
Cynical?
Hey, no. Anyway. Shall we? And she like straightens herself up in a fighting stance.
Yeah, let's go. Zakaria's gonna pull out something less painful than her full metal halberd and just
Save it for the main event.
We're play fighting. We're play fighting.
We're play fighting. Mom, she hit me too hard.
It's a stick.
Oh, what do you have? A knife.
No.
No. I love that fucking video so much. As you
Hit
all
me.
begin, right? Me too. As you all begin, and you see this small paper bird disappear towards the northwest. As you are getting into the meat and the potatoes of your sparring, the adrenaline beginning to apex, there is a silvery flash about 60 feet behind you as Madam Kipiol, the bringer of truth, arrives. Oh, don't mind me.
He's behind me. First room.
Yeah.
Oh,
Skip.
Oh,
You're good.
good. Great. She's like, has her staff. Can you just not do that?
Why wouldn't I do that? Would you prefer me to fly in my true form down south? That's what I thought. And she walks inside.
I mean, it could have been
I don't
more
like
inside. I know.
It's like, everyone just goes, don't like her.
She walks in. And you see the door open, and she kind of peeks her head in and then goes back outside. By the way, where would you like me? Where am I most needed?
Well, the Rumblebelly family is getting situated upstairs where they can see.
I see.
I think it would be wise for you to stay in our back pocket.
All right. Sounds wonderful. Door closes and she walks in. Brother?
How you
Your
doing?
family, I see. I'm doing fine, considering the very fate of the city is hanging in the balance.
Yeah.
Hey
But,
there. Hello, Lady Kipio.
Oh, Mr. Thunderfinder, I see you're doing quite well.
All things considered, yeah.
Certainly. So, I believe I'm to be stationed with the Rumblebelly family. A sort of a escalation situation.
That'd be great.
Then if things do go belly up, as it were, what would you say is your expectations for my involvement? And you see kind of like behind her, Sam is just like
Oh,
she kind of looks and just like and then looks back to the rest of you.
I mean, I wouldn't. Well, I feel that you will know the best way for you to help because you certainly have more knowledge and experience in these matters and stuff than any of us, really.
While true, my surviving this situation is all but guaranteed. The question is, will you?
That's the goal. Well, a lot of what I'll be doing is trying to keep everyone else up.
Okay.
So, hopefully, I do okay.
Suppose we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect, honestly. And I don't really know how to plan for it. So I'm just playing it by ear.
How would you say your instinct is?
Not bad. I've gotten this far.
Well, let's see how far that takes you now. I'll go find us a good vantage point upstairs.
Thank you, milady.
And she walks, almost glides up a set of stairs.
Wow. So majestic.
And yeah, you just see like Sam just like, she's my favorite.
Right?
Even though I know it doesn't work this way, I kind of wish that we were going to do that when we grow up.
Oh. Oh.
Aye, and that is why I said it's my lady.
I wish that for you too, guys. Yeah.
That's okay. Then we wouldn't be the quadruple, triple, the Grand Slam.
Oh, I like the Grand Slam. That's good. Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot. I have wings now.
Yeah. How did you forget that?
I keep forgetting. Because
Oh, is it because like they're not? Yep.
Yeah, they're not
Great.
in
See,
front of
trip.
me, you know? Yeah.
Right. Yep. Totally. Mm-hmm.
And then I go and stand up and go, oh wait, oh right. It's a whole new balance thing.
Well, they're not there all the time, right?
Well, no, but you know, they're just like they're there, but they're not there. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, ours are always there. So.
Oh yeah, I guess you're true. Oh boy. All right, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right. Any last minute preparations? Or do you want to just skip ahead to 8 o'clock? Oh, actually, there's one thing to resolve, but anything that you'll want to do currently? Just a quick check on.
Yes. Before we get to this business of things, because that is, nope. Damn it. I need to find. Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3. Spell uses. Oh. No balls. Okay.
Balls? What? Why is balls?
I'm gonna run outside.
Okay.
To where Rune and Zakria are sparring.
Sure.
And I'm gonna use a 3rd level spell slot, cast Aid on the 3 of us.
Nice.
That will give us
lasts for 8 hours.
10 a 10-point increase on your maximum hit points along with the hit points for 8 hours.
It's a good fucking spell.
So I was able to use a pack slot so I can take a short rest and get that back.
Nice. Look at you. Making moves.
Good use. Good use.
I'm and oh, I hoo ha ho, because it's not a concentration spell.
That's not a spell.
I have another pack slot, so I'm gonna run back inside. I'm gonna do the same thing on Samigus, on Satur, and my mom.
Very cool. What does it look like when you? What does your mom see?
So it's one of my clockwork magic spells. So it very much is the irises of my eyes start to they kind of turn into like cogs, and they're spinning. And you see little spectral um, clockwork mechanisms just kind of start to pop up around me, and the sound of the tick 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 starts to get increasingly louder as this wave of I don't know how to say it, like this wave of order just like passes over them.
And as that vitality begins to fill everyone, what was the total?
10.
So, whoops, that is not correct. That's correct. Okay. Cool.
Okay, I'm gonna need to take an hour rest now. Okay.
Certainly. Thank you, dear. That was especially given the news that I shared. I'm quite moved.
I love you, Mom.
And I love you too. And I'm really proud of you.
Really
and your
proud of
dad's
you.
just like, all right. I love everyone. Okay, got it. Jesus, it's not like we're going to our deaths or anything like that.
No, it's not. We're gonna be fine, Dad.
Yeah. All right. Fine. At this point, Zachariah, you hear a familiar voice inside your mind as Azias sends you a message. So, I think I found something. It's a bit of a problem. There's a few folks around. Looks like goblinoids. And there's a red light underneath it. And it's beeping. How to proceed?
With caution. Do nothing. If this is the only one like this, you can return. However, if we take any action against this now, Bradshaw will know. Leave
I
it
can
as it is.
confirm that at the very least, there's at least two. So I assume that there's a third, probably. You got something again, so you can respond.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't. It's good to know, but I wouldn't mess with that right now.
And one thing that he did add in the previous one, I do detect evocation.
Evocation. Not good with magic, so I'll have to tell Rilo. Okay. I appreciate it. Head back. We'll discuss what to do.
And I think we'll take a little bit of an early break on that note.
Mm-hmm.
With that information.
Oh boy.
The clock tick ticks. So when we come back in about 10ish or so, we will commence with the final last minute plans and perhaps a conversation in the stables. A long awaited one. So get some water, do some stretches, walk around and stuff, and get some popcorn because it's about to fucking go down. See you in a few.
Whee!
Bye. All right,
I'm ready to go.
we're here.
Oh, I didn't put the music on. Are we already on? Are we already back?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Perfecto. Welcome back, everybody. Just chilling. No climactic anything happening today. Are you kidding me? Of course we're about to do some shit. So,
I hope you brought your popcorn.
let's fucking go. We're gonna jump right the fuck back into it. As both in our first half, of course, Rilo's mother advised a bit of the connection points that sort of led Rilo to the collector, sort of. And we made a bit of plans in regards to what's about to happen. Started to move some of the chess pieces around, and including Azias, who discovered that there are some goblinoid creatures around at least two of the nodes, and a blinking red light, red light underneath them, and with the magical scent, if you will, of evocation on the air, and in which he was advised to head back to brass tacks. So we pick up right after that message, and currently still Rune and Zakaria outside. Everybody else heading probably upstairs. What would we like to do now? As we are just a few short hours away from our meeting.
You want to call it before we have to go? Maybe get our minds right. I know our bodies are pretty ready, but
Yeah, we should probably talk about what we want to bring to the table. Places of negotiation, what we're willing to yield on, what we're not. That type of thing. We should probably all be aligned on that front.
all right, let's go see what the rest of the party's up to.
And also, while you're thinking about that, did y'all want me to show you the map? Most of you seen it already before, but
Yes, please.
sure. Hi, Cooper. So it should be there now. Well, on the left side is the first level, and there are in the top right there's a set of stairs that take us to the top. So, and I put some tokens out there for you. Let me know if you can't access them.
So it's two. So it's two stories from like how we're looking at it. You said the one on the left is the second level.
One on the left is the first level.
First level, and then second level is to the right.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. The stairs take it. Okay, I get it down. Oh, we're so cute.
That's true.
Damn, we are cute. Look at us.
All right. Too cute to kill.
Look at us!
No.
Couple of cards.
Look at that. Look at
What is going on with this thing?
All right. So, where are y'all meeting up at?
Are we in the peace? We're not in the peacekeep, are we?
No.
Okay.
We're still at the breast tax, yeah.
I'll just walk back inside there.
You're not supposed to see that. Anyway, it's fine.
Wow. I
Cooper
forgot how
says so.
small it is.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I can take a rest, but I guess we'll go out and check on Zakaria and Rune. Sam, Gus, Sator.
Yeah, sure. Before you take your nap.
Yeah. Let's go check in and
So
Yeah.
you sort of there's sort of a slam on the door as you both push and pull at the same time, and it's both of you guys.
Oh. Hi.
Hey,
Hey,
we're on our way up.
We were on our way to talk to you.
perfect timing.
Like mines.
Right. So I need to take like an hour nap before everything. So I just want to see what's up. Like, do we need to do anything else or?
Well, I think Zakria made the good idea that we should probably write out what we our negotiations, as it were, just so that we can have something to bring to the table.
Do you want to go upstairs?
Yeah, everybody else is up there. I'll follow.
Okay. Might be good to have some other perspectives.
Yeah.
All right, so you head up to the Rumble Belly room.
All right.
So, what are we talking about?
In terms of negotiation. As far as I'm aware, Bradshaw wants a merger with him at the head. In control. We already know that that's not on the table.
Aye.
I want to know. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So, Rumble Belly, Rello's father kind of cuts in. So, what exactly is on the table then?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
All right. Pardon my impatience. I'm just asking.
I understand.
Well, what if, in lieu of a merger, we suggest that we would we'd work in tandem with Bradshaw, but he would have the final say so in our decisions. Still keeps him in charge. It's still kind of in a way would give him his merger and keep us as a somewhat separate entity within ourselves. I mean, still kind of feeds into that position of him being in charge.
The problem with that is that he's still going to be able to justify anything that he does is for the best of the ends, and that's wrong.
I agree.
And that's where my line is.
Well, I figured just be something to give him in lieu of his merger idea. The more we seem to be involved with trying to work with him, it may buy us some time. I don't really see it as it being an option we get, not so much taking it as a serious option, but just giving him something to just feed the ego or to keep the status quo, as it were, until the time comes for the status quo to be shifted.
I've never been really good at negotiations in general.
That's bullshit, Sator, but okay.
Fair. I've done better in the recent time. But my point is, pre-planning negotiations is like pre-planning war.
Yeah.
The best things you can do is figure out where your lines are, your hard no's and your hard yeses, and be there. I know where my hard no's are. And anything that has to do with Bradshaw and his mentality is a hard no in my book. I think if we leave this place, because we need to make this place in a better than we found it. If we leave this place with a government that can run without the Shadow Initiative and without us involved at all, that's better than anything. And in my opinion, I think the best answer is we just all withdraw. Let the city run itself in a peaceful manner. We train the guards to do guard work in a peaceful manner. We show everyone how to do proper work. Which then has the Shadow Initiative has no reason to be here. And we have no reason to be here. Because what's the point of us being here if there's a good center structure?
I agree. I understand.
I agree with that.
I think the only issue is that a lot of the people who are a part of the Shadow Initiative live here. They're not
So now the
going
question.
anywhere.
So the question is, are they in there because of Bradshaw has them by the throat and a knife at him? Or is it a different reason?
I have a weird idea.
Okay.
So thinking on the note of feeding Bradshaw's ego and wanting to get him to like leave Okeechobee. What if we told him about the Seven? And that maybe he should go after them entity, that thing. Because he's the only one of us that can take him. Feed his ego, send him out of Okeechobee, and let him get eaten by the thing.
It sounds more dangerous than I want to give that credit. Because, last we heard, this thing, this entity, takes on the forms of these beings. Yes, they die.
Yeah.
But they takes the powers as well.
So we would just be dealing with another Bradshaw.
Yes. Bradshaw himself wouldn't be gone because this entity would basically take the form of Bradshaw.
Who's to say Bradshaw isn't him?
That's true. We would be dealing with a potentially stronger Bradshaw if this thing is not already Bradshaw.
Like I said, it was a weird idea.
No,
It's not, I don't think it's a bad one, but I don't think it's viable. The idea to feed his ego to get him out of here is what I would like to latch on to. I think he'll just come back, but But also,
I mean-
didn't he explain that he was in league with the Seven? Is that he was speaking with them? I don't know if I'm remembering that incorrectly.
I also remember that being him being a gutter-washed gremlin when we first ran across him when we did through the tree, and now all of a sudden he's the leader. Strange and strange. So an awful big step up.
There's
Well,
he learned something in between winning that money and us meeting him for the second or third time. He learned something or made a deal. Oh my god, what if he's in league with the Collector?
Hey, or got body swatched. Or got body swatched by the Uzi thing.
Mom,
Yes, dear.
do you have a way of contacting the collector?
Yes, certainly.
I need to speak to him.
Okay. Okay. Anything you want me to say in regards to other than brother wants to speak to you?
Tell him I need his help.
Her like head like kind of drops to her chest for a second. Are you sure? Is there any other way in your mind? It's exactly what he wants.
Like, I know that, but that's exactly why. That's exactly why he'll help.
She sighs, and you see a flash of blue arcane light as she waves a hand. It's been some time. Thought I'd never do this again. But here I am. Brother would like to speak to you. And she kind of like looks over at you. And then inside your mind, well. Is that an answer that I'm coming to expect? Or is it something else?
What do you know about a goblin named Bradshaw?
I do know a goblin named Bradshaw. But what is it to you?
He's going to put a lot of people in danger. And we can't ally with the guy. I don't know if he's going to listen to reason. But I need to stop him. People don't
How
need to
far are you willing to go?
if nobody gets hurt and this city is able to peacefully bring down that barrier, I'd do anything.
And you see your mom just as if she like just got stabbed in the heart. All right. That's a bit more than a simple patronage, though.
I know. But I don't come cheap.
You mean to tell me, Rallo Rumblebelly, that you come to the collector with an offer?
Can you help?
I could, but I haven't heard what you're offering me.
Do we all hear the collector?
Nope.
Okay.
But every time Rallo pauses, it's like the pain on Aloa's face just worsens and worsens.
Can we, like, if we're since we're seeing like her reaction to what's happening, um I would like to go over and ask her like in a whispered tone, what's he doing?
I'm concerned that my son is about to make the same mistake that I did.
I'd like to roll insight against Rilo.
Sure.
I'm gonna and what
Natural 20 plus 3, 23.
got him.
Jeez.
The insight that I'm looking for is I also want to make a statement before on this as well as the insight is triggering, or however we want to word it. Or
Sure.
the statement goes, "Hey, Rilo, don't make the same mistake Horace made."
Fuck.
I think that's all you, Maddie. So in my mind, it's resolve and a bit of a hint of desperation.
Yeah. A lot of desperation.
Can I ask what mistake his mom made? Did she tell me?
You were not there for that conversation, so no.
Oh no, I'm talking about as like because she said don't make the same mistake. He's making the mistake, so Rune would have asked like what mistake was that?
Oh, okay. Oh, you were okay. You were asking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. I cast in a debt. And I needed help in a very desperate hour. And the collector was there for me. But there were consequences. It seems that we may be in tune for a sequel.
No. 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 I am done making deals. I am done.
Then why did you have your mother reach out to me, rather?
because I need to tell you. My patron is Dave. I am not Horace.
I put my hand on your shoulder.
You hear your mother start to weep. Just because it's not now doesn't mean it's not ever. After all, I still have your mother.
So, fuck. It's gotta come to this. Mom? Should I? Takes the burden off you?
And she, like, amidst full on tears, I cannot answer that for you.
Mom,
But I also cannot make the choice for you.
I'd do anything for you. I would do this for you.
Don't ask me to answer that question. Of course you would, my boy. Of course you would. It doesn't mean you should.
Would you be disappointed in me if I did?
Impossible.
Yeah. Just said the magic words.
I whisper in your ear. Remember, that was already on the table. You want this situation resolved, you got to give me a little bit more than that.
What do you want?
Oh, so you didn't have a standing offer then?
I don't know what you want.
I want you to get something for me. And you see a flash in your mind of this long, brown, kind of spiny looking, crooked horn. I'm sure your scholars can assist you with perhaps finding out the last known location. After all, it's not every day you find the spine of lava spawn. To be clear, Rilo, you make this deal with me, And as well as your patronage, we have a deal. And of course, you have time in which to find it. And if you don't, your mother and your souls are mine to collect. And there's a strange, like, red light that sort of emanates from your mother's chest, and then another flash of red light, and the parchment that she rolled out earlier unfurls. And you know Infernal, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Infernal, that the contract, I'll just kind of say brass tacks, ironically, is about essentially the story that your mother told earlier. And it is signed at the bottom right. And what the collector just outlined is added as an addendum, and then an open line for a signature. As I'm sure you're aware, Devil's Take deals very seriously, Rilo.
Yeah, the devil's in the details. No. No. No, see, my mom was a school teacher, right? And she taught history. And she told me the whole point of history is so that we don't make the same mistakes of the people before us. I love you, Mom. I'd do anything for you. But I know in my heart of hearts you wouldn't want me to do this. I'm not making the same mistake.
You would tease me so.
You know, I see the good in just about everyone, even Bradshaw. I so what's that one? So naively thought maybe there was some good in you.
I'm a devil, Rilo. And I collect.
Yeah,
It's as simple as that.
I get it. But just because you're a devil doesn't mean you're 100% bad.
So I suppose this is your way of declining, then.
I have to.
Hmm.
Our values don't line up.
Well, I will say I did appreciate this little conversation. It was well worth my time.
I do want to say one thing though before this ends. Um, I know that you're responsible for me being me, and I want to thank you for that.
We're on a line our short time together. And if I'm being honest with myself, and I am, I'm quite proud. And I don't like losing. So don't think that this is a done deal at all.
Oh, I don't.
Don't forget, you gotta come see me sometime.
Bet.
Parchment disappears in a red flash, and your mother crumples to the ground.
I run over to her.
And she's just beside herself with emotion.
Mom, are you okay?
Kind of collapses right in front of you, Rune. And
Sure.
you see, as you catch her, Rune, you feel the vibration on your chest of someone screaming.
Like screaming, like they're in pain.
Like when you hug someone and
Uh-huh.
like it's muffled.
Oh, okay. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's okay. She tries to do that. It tries to do like that gentle pat of the back, like just breathe, Mrs. Rumblebelly. Just breathe. And she kind of like looks at Rilo like the fuck, man.
Rilo, you look across the room, or you see your dad has a look of just rage underneath the surface. He doesn't say anything, but you catch it. And he darts out of the room. At this point, Aloha sort of recovers, kind of sits back. Thank you.
Are you sure you're all right? She's kind of like doing like the once over.
I'm fine. I just was not anticipating all of that.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a lot going on. Has Zakria and Satur seen all of this happening?
Yeah. Zakria actually, a good segue, is going to seeing everything happen, make her way over to Rilo and take a seat just behind him and take him into her arms.
And I will walk out to see the dad.
Okay. He is leaned over the railing, looking down at the at the ground floor, and as you walk up, you see like tears like falling.
Hey, don't know what was just
Don't,
going on. Hey,
don't, don't say a damn thing.
I was just gonna say that it looked like your boy made the right choice.
You
That's
put
all.
my wife through suffering, making that damn choice. Well, good's the right choice if you put someone through pain trying to get to it.
But at least he understood the choice when he made it. Would you have rather him made the wrong choice?
I would have rather him not contact that whatever the fuck the asshole is.
I agree. I agree.
Just stirring up a bunch of old shit. Spits on the railing.
You never come to terms with it, did you?
He doesn't respond.
Hmm. I understand.
You understand devilish ass contracts with your wife?
No, but I understand the rage. The anger. That I understand. And that little nugget of self-loathing that sits in there too. Because you couldn't help. I understand. Trust me. It's one of those there things that pushed me harder than you might not know. And why I take care of that little one. Why I take care of all of them. Now, sir, I don't know you better than I know anyone else here. At least as far as the Rumble Bellies go. I only know Rilo. A little bit of time we've had. But that young man just turned into one hell of a guy in the short time I've been with him.
Not so damn little. That was a collector's voice. Whoops.
If a few years younger, I'd say he'd make a damn good captain. And I'd sail the seas with him in a heartbeat. That says a lot coming from an old sea dog.
It kind of flips over, and you see the red in his eyes. Mixture of tears and rage. He's when he leans back. It's ironic we're talking about deals and bets and things. Don't get me wrong, I believe in my son. But if he told me he'd become some sort of a leader, I would have lost that bet. Hell, I don't think I would have made it. World's funny like that.
When you go back in there, take a look in his eye, and you tell me you don't see one.
Well, I did. I just didn't like what the ramifications of it.
I have a feeling that young man is going to do a whole lot more than any of us bargained for. And if he has it in his way, he's gonna find a way to free that one, your young lady, or at least go to the ends of the world to try to find a way. I know I would.
Looks at his hands. Oh. I wish I was brave enough to do the same.
It's not necessarily bravery that pushes him.
What's that?
Look at his friends. He's got a whole crew trying to help him too, to find that perfect line, that golden line in the horizon. He'll find a way.
Yeah. You better.
If he doesn't, he'll have to meet me. I'll keep him on the line.
I appreciate that.
Now, go hug that boy of yours, that wife of yours. I'm sure they need it.
He'll tell me what to do. And he walks back inside.
You're not my real dad.
Meanwhile, as that scene was happening, Zakaria, Rune, Rilo.
Rilo's mom, so is she pretty much kind of steady now?
Yeah.
Look, ma'am. I don't know exactly what's going on. But you're not the only parent who's ever made a mistake. I mean, some parents just walked away from their kids, left them to fend for themselves. Whatever you did for your kid.
All of them.
All of them. So, I don't know what deal you made or what burden you got to carry. But I think your son is strong enough to handle all of it. And don't think we're not going to let him just go out here by himself and do something stupid.
Oh, dude, respect. That's literally what's about to happen.
Oh, you know. He might do stupid things, but we usually either fix it. How we roll.
She can't help but chuckle at that. But wipes tears from her eyes.
So, anybody got the time?
Real quick before that, Zakaria and Rilo, anything that y'all were doing?
She's just very quietly whispering and checking in on him. Hey.
Okay.
I can't lie and say I know what just happened.
I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. I just, why do I think that? Why do I think that there's good in everybody and that if you just talk to people, they'll just, like, do the right thing?
That's not for me to tell you. Look at me. Why is that so wrong?
I don't know.
That's what makes you you. It's what stops people like the collector from having everything. It's that one spark of hope. That's, from what I've read, from everything I've noticed, that's all you need for a rebellion. Is hope.
Maybe that's what we take with us. To Bradshaw.
I'll take hope. But I need you to do me a favor and never forget that. In the face of those of us here who cannot see the good in others. You always do. And that is something that will take eons to teach. We're jaded and hurt, traumatized by this land. Nobody leaves this world unmarred. But you, through your trials, through your tribulations, through your trauma, have found light and hope. You inspire people around you every day to never forget that. It's a big burden, and I understand why you would seek to unburden yourself from it. But all you need is a little bit of light to see in the darkness. And while small in stature, you are the biggest light I have seen in several decades.
Wait. How old are you?
Well, not that old,
Oh, okay.
but I've seen a lot. I don't live for very long, so gotta take what I can get. Never lose your spark, Rilo.
I mean, I can't make any promises. Like, I lose things all the time.
I know.
You know,
Um, I have a quick question for you, Rilo.
right?
Do you know what you explained that he's an angel? Is he specifically, Dave, an angel? Like, is there some sort of name for what he is?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever asked. Um, he's just an angel.
Well, if reading the room is, if I'm reading the room correctly, I should say, I think it would not behoove you to, well, rather, I think it would behoove you to reach out to Dave and maybe explains that he should help considering how loyal you are.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words.
Right? But since it's your idea, it's probably much better.
You know, the first one was kind of my idea also, but less so that I thought you would just ask the question and then go, oh, you know Bradshaw, okay, we can deduce. But then it was a much longer conversation that I was not expecting.
Yeah, it kind of went off the rails. I almost sold my soul.
Don't do that again, please.
I won't. I won't. No, that's not. No.
It's not on the table.
Yeah, but he said my mom.
While we do this whole peacekeeper thing, that's always going to be a problem, Rilo.
I know.
But
I know. And that's why I stood up to him.
what made you say no?
Because he just... We don't align. You know? We're not... We don't see things the same way. We don't... I can't... No. Collector? That's... No.
I'm curious to find out why he's so keen on having you, but not enough to talk to him anymore. I'm happy with that mystery remaining unsolved.
I mean, that and, you know, everybody wants what they can't have.
With a name like the Collector, I imagine that any soul would be exciting.
Oh, man.
Can't be much of a collector if you don't have everything.
Though he, I mean, he is responsible for me, so...
In what way?
Well, like, Mom made a deal with him, stuff like that, and I was the next born, and then I turned out like this, you know.
I wouldn't call that responsible for you.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, like, my infernal nature comes from him. It's a part of who I am, you know, and I'm okay with that, and I actually thanked him for it.
Hmm. How did you were created? Sure.
Hmm?
You were given these attributes, yes.
Yeah.
But what you make of them is all you.
Oh, I know that.
The door opens, and Riley, you see your father in just this unadulterated rage, and he saunters over to you
Oh god.
and then gives you a hug.
Oh. I was not expecting this.
Sakura just leans back. She's got two halflings in her lap now.
I wasn't expecting this. What's going on?
I wasn't expecting that either, boy. But
Sorry.
there it is.
I'm sorry, Dad.
He grabs your left shoulder and points at your mother. Don't you ever put her through that emotional turmoil ever again.
Yes, sir.
You want to worry about Bradshaw killing you, because
Yes,
I'll
sir.
fucking kill you my damn self.
Yes, sir.
Watch it. Zakria steps in.
You don't get to tell me to watch nothing.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Did I stutter?
Okay. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey.
Goes to the back of the room.
Can we not, guys? You know. It's okay. It's my dad.
And that's about the time where Ruth's like, "What time is it?" Then, Satir, you still having hung out backside. Jeez, outside. See Azias and Melora walk up the stairs.
Hey,
I still need to take a nap.
I worked at, what are you guys doing back?
Well, we were asked to come back because I think that we have an idea of what the Bradshaw's plan is with the nodes.
Oh. Yeah, that fits. Aye, that fits. Probably just
Fortunately,
go to-
I was invisible.
Aye, so they didn't know you were there. That's amazing.
Nope, they did not.
Well,
Myself or Melora, for that matter. It was
that's
quite a steed. You should give it a whirl sometime.
I normally that's not my bag, but that's okay. We should probably let everyone else know that. That's a good
All right.
puzzle piece. Yes, please.
And he will head in. And should I knock first, or should I just go in?
Go on in. There's been yeah, just go on in.
And he walks in, and that's right about the time where the shouting happens. Oh, if I interrupted something, is everything all right? Relatively?
It's great to see you. Oh my god. Come in. Hi. Everything's fine.
He just like surveys the room. It's like the energy in this room is much different than last time I was here.
Yeah. I've
Weird shit happened.
made some
I see.
choices. Regret
I-
them,
I see. Okay.
Wait, what are you doing?
And
back?
that's something that we should talk about. And Kipiol, who's out, like kind of been standing against the window. I believe we should get on with it because it's looking like we're getting started down there.
Oh.
And you know that you have about an hour left.
Okay. I'm laying
Looks
down.
like they're setting up chairs. And from the looks of it, a few folks are getting... Oh. That is quite a big something. How are
What?
you all with half ogres?
Half ogres.
Yes, there's one on the second floor, along with a few goblinoids. They seem to be. Oh, food?
What?
There's a large pot being dragged out, and what appears to be some sort of soup,
Zakria's
bread,
gonna go to the window.
and as she's just continuing to just add in these things, you see a familiar half orc, the gentleman that was standing outside of Graham's office, setting up what appears to be a large soup pot on the second floor. And there are bowls and ladles being set out, along with a large loaf of bread, what looks to be slices of turkey and ham being set out. It's like a dinner is being has been cooked somewhere and being set up, and like a makeshift busing a running station is being set up on the second floor, and then being set up downstairs. And you see two goblinoids that are setting up tablecloth of like a purple and red persuasion, and setting up several chairs.
I know I'm a good distance away. Can I see anything weird about this setup?
Make a perception check.
$13.
Dude, that's what's weird. Soup and food in the stables, that's a little fucking weird, and maybe alternatively strangely gross. But other than that, that's about it.
As Zakria
But,
watches all of this getting set up, she's gonna be like, if he thinks we're eating any of that, he's got another fucking thing coming.
Why is it that all of our big conflicts involve food?
Because Jacob's our DM.
Can't fight on a not full stomach.
kind of my thing.
Yeah, no, that wasn't meta at all.
Not at all. Anyway.
Okay, so he's setting up soup. That's so weird. Where's the nearest couch? I'm gonna lay down.
Okay. So I suppose I should report in with what I found, what I believe. Fortunately, myself and Melora were invisible at the time. Otherwise, I believe we would have been caught, and that would have not been great. So I believe that it's set, at least the two that I witnessed, are set on some sort of timer to go. And at current math, about 90 minutes from now. But what's interesting is the one that I saw was about 30 seconds after the other. As if there's some sort of staggered mechanism.
Sure.
They have to go off in a certain order, remember?
Perhaps. Yep.
Those need to be taken down.
I could get close enough to dispel them.
But you'd only be able to do one or two. before you run out of time to get to all of them. Right?
Seems that way.
Better than nothing. But
There's a total of 4, right? 4 or 5.
3.
3 left.
I worry that dispelling these things escalates conflict. That's why I called you back.
I
You
see.
knew when we dispelled the door, the planar door.
Yeah,
He's
he had
got
a
his ways of knowing
giant
things.
hissy fit over that.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah.
he's gonna be pissed off about a door, he's gonna be even more pissed off about his this arcane bullshit.
Hey, but what if we had our friends with the Rumblebellies do it while we're sitting down having our discussion?
Split
like,
split them up, yeah. So those of them who can dispel at one and the other, and then
Mm-hmm.
Azias at the last. That way it all happens at once.
Aloa speaks up at this point, and I can telepathically bond us together and show that we can speak to each other, and we do.
that'll
I do
definitely
it
help.
all at once.
That's dope.
Yes.
I'll learn that.
Well, we have the firepower.
That does weaken us a bit for if Bradshaw decides to go ham on us, but
Does
that
everybody
does.
have a way to get back expeditiously?
Not me.
Oh, you'll be with us.
Kipiol says, I could teleport everyone.
That might work.
You know. This is yeah, this is a good way of utilizing the resources at hand, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a bad idea. Those of us. So we send a person to each one to quietly and carefully dispel each one.
Yes.
Tipiel goes to retrieve them. Call it done. That way the rest of them are here. We're not out of luck for reinforcements.
Up, Zeus at this point. Speaking of that, how are we going to get to them? I mean, we could certainly. I don't know if everyone can do invisibility, but of course, as soon as we dispel it, we're not invisible anymore. Then it's a bit of a foot race.
Hmm.
Uh,
That's a good question.
wait a minute. Is that? Oh no, it's a totally different game. Never mind. I'm confusing my games now.
So if they dispel, so once they dispel, then they're visible.
Yes.
Yeah, because when you cast a spell, unless you're
Mhm.
using like greater invisibility, but that only lasts for like a minute.
If somebody else casts invisibility on you and you cast the spell, does it still drops?
Yeah, yeah. It's the invisibility goes away as soon as you do something like cast a spell or you know, like try to make somebody like try to hurt somebody or whatever, you know. But what if huh. What if I had a different subclass? You know what I mean?
The collector's like, hey, need some help?
Wrong subclass.
Somebody ring.
I'm back.
I'm thinking more of like a Dunamancy thing, but never mind. Um,
I can also dispel magic too. I just saw.
Oh, wow. Well,
I don't know how that would look.
but we all
if-
have to be. Yeah, we all have to be. Like,
Yeah,
the
that's-
core of our group needs to be there.
Mhm.
That's why, because like I can cast invisibility like crazy, but
I guess the question would be is how many people can cast the invisibility thing and the dispel a magic-y thing.
right.
Aziz goes, I can do both. Kibio just raises her hand.
Okay.
Two.
I'm actually gonna check Mom's character sheet real fast. Your Aloa's like, I can dispel. I do not have invisibility, unfortunately.
Oh,
Could
I was born with it.
Oh,
could Shield of Faith cover them? Like it's more just a sense of trying to make
plus
sure
two
that
to
the-
AC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about?
so I didn't want.
What about my sisters?
Let me check. Because they're here too. Rudy, no, because Rudy's a fighter.
Yeah.
And
Roti, maybe.
Rhonda. Rhonda has Dispel. And where are we? And Roti doesn't have either.
You know who does have both? And Zakaria's gonna look at Sam and Gus.
Hey, some Gus.
Oh shit! Yeah, totally.
And we know Sam and Gus can be pretty stealthy. The problem still remains is after you dispel, you're basically out in the open.
Hey, we're still kind of stuck.
So you turn invisible and get hightail out of there and meet up with Kipiel and come back here. Right?
If that doesn't go south, sure.
Well, obviously. There's no, I mean, there's no accounting for every potential mishap and whatnot.
No.
Aye, but if only we get two of them, everything should stay up. If we only get two.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we can get all three, right?
We can get all three. It's just putting everybody in danger to do so. Is that worth it?
Well,
I would.
I think it's up to the people involved.
It involves us also.
No, I know.
Because for your consideration, if this all happens while we're sitting and talking, what potential does Bradshaw have for exploding?
Um,
Both literally and metaphorically.
Oh. Ramble is like, I don't think you'll be sitting and talking much if one of them goes boom.
right?
This is true.
It could all be a big stall. One way we're stuck.
I think we need to try to stop his explosions, and we'll deal with his reaction the best we can. But it's better than sitting down with him and having to react to his explosions.
And Gus, well, and then his reaction sort of takes care of whether he needs to go or not. Is my assumption.
Aye, pretty much. And it saves the city, which is the overall goal.
Yeah.
Like it or lump it.
It sounds like, oh man, I think we're gonna win. This is exciting.
Oh,
Well, let's not put our
yeah.
cart before the horse, but
okay.
Yeah.
let's just
All right,
say
okay.
we're hopefully enthusiastic about this.
Are we more enthusiastic than we were, say, 5 minutes ago when we weren't all crying?
And this time we at least have a little more information in front of us.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can handle another 2 weeks.
And with that,
Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. We're still playing. Fuck it. No. That's my no. You don't get to take that from me. No.
Good. Keep it going.
remember that time Jacob lost control? Oh wait.
Have I ever had it? Let's be honest. Anyway.
What's control?
I'll GM out of nowhere again. Don't make me.
I mean, that was fun.
Okay. Well,
So Pipio saunters over. Mr. Satir, do you have the map?
Hey, I roll it out. Hey, these are the spots.
All right. So it seems it would make sense to set up a time, or a place, I should say, that is equidistant. Wow, it's being weird. Yeah. I don't know why it's being so strange. It's not like zooming in for me. Anyway, she essentially puts. There we go. I gotta move it back a little bit because it's acting really weird. There we go. So, considering, which one was it that was resolved already?
Closest one to us now.
All right. In that case, we just set up teleportation circle. I'll need a minute. Right here. And, or if you have another idea of where you would like it to be. And then Sam's like, "Oh, we can help with that." No, thank you. Oh, okay. And she sort of points sort of at the middle, kind of a bit to the southeast between the second and third. That's where you need to get to.
Right. I think that would be. Does everyone think they can get back there if they had the once they do their regular things?
One more time.
Does everyone think they can get back to that spot once they do their wiggly things?
They kind of all look at each other, and
he
there
means
is like not a sense
he
of
yeah.
what the fuck is being said.
He means the dispelling and the, yeah.
Oh yes. I
The wiggly
to be
things is the
perfectly honest, I
magic
don't.
stuff.
Okay, okay.
Jazz hands.
I see. I see. Although it's just like, to be honest, I don't know. But we came here for a reason, rather, and we're going to try. And your sister's just like,
Do your best. Utilize what you can. Get in there. Dispel. Misty Step. Dimension Door. Do what you have to do to get out of there. Go invisible and then find Kipul.
The
so long as
wiggly
you're safe.
stuff.
Wiggly stuff.
wiggly stuff.
That's gonna be a shirt.
Stop it.
Can you put one of those like cloth worms on it, just with the googly eyes, wiggly stuff?
Do the wiggly stuff.
And Kibiel starts to draw out a teleportation circle on the ground. Well, you better be off then, those of you. And they start packing up to head out. Azias, Fam, and Sam and Gus, who make a point to hug everyone individually. Mm-hmm. Sam about double as long of hug length.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be swift, everyone.
Be careful.
And if you die, I'm gonna figure out how to cast Revivify, and I'm gonna kill you myself. And Gus is like, Sam, that doesn't even make any sense.
It really doesn't.
And they all head out. With the exception of Kipiol.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in about an hour from now, a city falls or a city is saved.
It's the
I look forward to seeing what you do.
Likewise.
And she also heads out, leaving you all to your devices.
I always hate to wind up to the end.
I'm taking a short rest, man. That's what I'm doing.
So, what are you doing?
Zakria is gonna sit with the lizard and have a proper prayer to her goddess.
Okay.
Who, thankfully, she just recently got in touch with, so.
Yeah? It's a little more confident prayer than previously.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Any final preparations? We're heading out downstairs.
I'm gonna find I want to send a note to my mom.
Okay.
So if there's any parchment or anything around, I'd like to.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And Rune's just gonna write a quick note to her mom and to Elaine. And yeah. Things have been in place, so they know where they need to go. So she just like folds them in envelopes and just kind of puts them on her person.
Okay.
Mm.
Satir, Sprello?
Satura does something similar. Writes a letter. And places in his pack.
I'm just resting.
There's a knock on the door. The dog loses shit.
Yeah.
Was a mistake.
Yeah.
Buddy, it's me.
You made a mistake.
Cooper,
Don't do that.
come here. It's me. It's just me.
Just say there's a knock at the door, man. Just say there's a knock at the door.
I fucked up big time. I forgot that I had him. I had him hanging out in here.
You'll
So
learn.
he's-
You'll learn, man.
No, I don't think I will.
You will.
Um,
I promise you. Might take a few times, but you'll learn.
yeah, maybe. Anyway,
Who is it?
and the hold on a sec. Whoops. It's Azent.
Hey.
And can I come in?
Of course.
Door opens. And Azent is in full armor, large kind of like a long, almost like a katana style, like rapier to the back. I thought I was going to miss everything. My apologies.
Whoa.
I've been out and around town making sure to check in on a few folks and ensure that, well, I suppose, for lack of a better term, the will and requests are being done.
Wow.
So, where will you have me?
We're staging everybody up here for backup.
All right. Then here I will remain.
Can Zakria roll insight?
Yep,
They've been gone for a while
sure have.
and didn't really say much of where they were and why they were. What is with these fucking rolls tonight? I'm glad they're all happening tonight. That's another 13.
The little that you know of is that there's definitely a closed offness. But even though the previous conversation, they were forthcoming, if not shy. But nothing really strikes purchase as odd or anything.
Where were you?
I was out in the Rich District, actually. I was attending to, first of all, a few folks that I haven't seen in a while. Bit of a reunion of sorts. As well as I was, I found out about a bail lease.
Mm.
If I do say so, really, roundhouse kick when you walk in.
Sucks, doesn't it?
It didn't actually, because I caught it and slammed him to the ground.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Anyway,
Weird. Comes out of nowhere.
I've heard of initiations, but that's a bit much.
All right.
Where is everyone else? Mom, Dad?
Well, some folks are out, taking care of the potential explosions.
Oh,
And I'm resting so I can get some spell slots back.
I see. You can
And
go ahead and just do that.
okay. And just chilling.
The calm before the storm, then.
Yeah.
Hey, the worst part before the storm.
It seems like meditation is in order then for me. Um,
Hmm.
how will in the case you need to call me in, how would you reach me?
Oh, well, so
I mean, I could just crash through the window, but I don't know if that's how you would prefer me enter the fray.
oh, well, I mean, you know, uh you can enter however you want. I mean, that's cool. Like I'm not the
All
boss of
right.
that. But cuz we're going to be right down there
All right.
and mom's going to be here and she'll be able, able to, you know, talk in my brain or something or hear me
All
or
right.
something. So, mom will have the cue, and then, yeah, I think, right? Is that what we?
Aye, and if it
That's
and if it goes off, you'll know. You'll hear.
I see. All
Yeah,
right.
but
Well, um,
sorry.
good luck then, and may may Taylor guide you if you choose to receive it.
Palor, Palor. Oh yeah, I'm proficient in religion. Okay, I know that shit. That's one of the things I studied.
You you've talked with Azen about Taylor before.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh. Hmm. I wonder if. I wonder if he has any connection to Dave. Oh, that's right.
Hmm?
Uh, Dave. Dave.
You reach out to your patron, who is almost not your patron.
Dave.
Your response.
Okay. So I don't know if you can hear me or not, but the collector like really is making a hard play on me, and he even invoked my mom and stuff, and I was really close to like but I didn't, and I'm not going anywhere, and I really appreciate you give me the abilities that you have and Pepper and my ability to heal my friends and stuff, myself, obviously, but you know what I mean, and just I could just really use some guidance and stuff, especially with this upcoming thing, and yeah.
Did you just pray to your patron, Rilo?
Oh, I talk to him all the time. Kind of tell him about my day and stuff, and things like that at the end of the evening, or just whatever. And it's kind of like prayer and stuff, but really it's just like me speaking up to the sky and just, sometimes he hears me and sometimes he doesn't, I guess. So I just never know for sure always. So I just do it anyway. Um, but like not really praying or anything. Just talking. Because like Dave's not a god.
Just smiles.
You know.
And walks over to you and sits down. Don't you go anywhere. We just were reunited, okay?
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Well, I mean, unless like once this is all resolved and stuff like that, we'll probably be heading out of here and stuff. You know, there's other things to do. Um, but you come with
And
us. You
she
know.
takes a gauntleted hand
Oh.
and touches your chest,
Oh, hi.
and you feel an overwhelming sense of this warm, just divine energy like wash over you, like you just drink like a hot cup of tea on a cold day.
Oh.
And she casts protection from evil and good on you.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Don't know what you're up against, but it can't hurt.
Um. Well, it is a very kind gesture. I appreciate it. Thank you. Uh, though.
The friend's full.
Um. Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Zakria, are you still looking downstairs?
Yeah.
You start to see a few familiar shapes and sizes. Recent Akrana, Eku, Bradshaw. Seemingly kind of almost surveying the itty bitty space. And there's a seriousness on Reese's face, with a hint of concern that you can even tell from as far away up here. And then you hear Bradshaw begin to belly laugh and like slap a hand on the back of Reese's shoulder and walk forward. Sits down, puts 2 feet up on the table.
He has terrible manners. Feet next to food? Who does that? It's disgusting.
It's not the food is on the table. It's upstairs.
It's where you're about to eat, though. It's gross.
Well, I mean, you know.
Especially because it's a stable. You know how bad horse piss reeks of ammonia. It's terrible. It doesn't get out. You don't want that underfoot or even on your table. You don't want it next to you. It's just a bad time. Don't even get me started on lizard excrement. I'm sorry, Melora, it's worse. It's worse.
Well, why are we talking about poop, man?
Because he just put his dirty feet on the table.
Oh.
I will say, even with that 12 or 13 or whatever it was, there is a new item on his person that you have not seen before. He's been sort of, when he walked in, he was utilizing this long silver staff like as a cane, but like exaggerating. Like he was like he doesn't need it at all. He like using it almost like a pimp cane, and he just has this long staff, and you can see it has like these like rigid edges on the top, kind of laying across his lap.
He's got a new toy.
Sure.
He's got more tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah. He's had a long time playing this, so, you know.
We have new tricks up our sleeves as well.
What would you?
You guys ready?
Let's let Rilo get his full rest, but we'll be ready as soon as he's done.
He's done.
Good. I got my
Aye,
zombie
that-
back.
It doesn't really matter. It's time.
So, you head downstairs, up and out, towards the stables, just beyond Brass Tax Tavern and Inn.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd because, Zakaria, as you mentioned, the smell of manure and piss and things, which you definitely did smell the last time you were here. It's almost as if it's missing. It's not here at all. And whoops, that's not the right music. As you begin to approach, and he is still seated in the manner in which you saw him, and or Zakaria, you specifically, you saw him. And where'd you go, map? There we go. Let's drag y'all over to where it is. There we go. And these guys aren't here right now. So how would you guys like to walk in?
He's gonna wait.
Oh,
Go
interesting.
last. Just make sure that everyone's okay. Just do a scan of the area. See
Okay.
what she can see.
Sure.
Oh,
Make a perception check as I reveal the tokens.
Where is it?
Oh my.
I'll be in front.
The natural 20.
Shit.
For a total
Come
of
through.
26.
26. That's ironic. I believe a 26 is what was rolled to discover the invisible goblinoid creatures that started this entire sect of the story. That's fucking poetic badassery
Yeah,
right there. But this time, there's no ring. No ring to give away if there's any invisibility. But as you start to see the outline of these folks on both the top and the bottom, what you do see is with a 26, as the staff is across his person, you see his hand that's away from you, like what appears to be like kind of fiddling with something on on his right side. And you see for just a second as you walk in, there's a small like click is what you hear. And you see against the wall, there was a small red light that just went out. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And he stands up, and he's got his same kind of dirty looking fur coat on. This silver staff sort of strikes the soil. Well, let's get reacquainted. I know that having dinner in a situation like this is a bit odd, but considering we're talking about negotiations, I thought I would take it quite seriously. And not to worry, everything has been sanitized and cleaned up, so you do not need to worry about any sort of cross contamination of any sort. And he kind of like leans down and kind of like grabs the soil and sort of picks it up and lets it fall. It doesn't smell like blood anymore, or sweat or tears. It's as if our previous negotiation, or if you could call it that, as if it ever happened. So, have a seat. And that's where we'll pick up in 2 weeks.
Guys, it's happening.
Yeah,
It's happening.
Dun dun dun.
The chocolate is in the peanut butter.
yeah, it fucking is. Great fucking job, everyone. That was a episode, especially that second half I did not anticipate. That's why you played the game, everybody. So we'll be back here in 2 weeks to kick off whatever the hell is about to happen in these motherfucking stables, all while Party B, I suppose, just see what happens on the other side. So that'll be fun to see how that all manifests. So thank you all for being here. Before we get out of here, you got to make sure to find these wonderful people, see what they're doing, and then as I figure out who the heck we should probably raid, starting with Jaleesa.
Oh gosh. Oh hi guys. I'm Jay Quartz on the internet. If you enjoyed me here or you didn't, doesn't really matter. You can catch me next week playing Dragonlance, Dragons of Rebirth with Maddie and Jacob as we do more emotional damage. The US Solidarity will be coming back. Hopefully, fingers crossed, because Ryan's back on Tuesday. Hey, I'm so excited. Where I play Counselor Tila Annette. And if you can't get enough of me on here, I also do Ticker Talkers at JQuartz5, and possibly the episode of Rolling for the Culture will be up this week because life is happening.
Happens.
I'm doing stuff, which is my little podcast baby. It's going down, so it's gonna be coming up here soon, guys. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, you should.
I'm excited.
I can't wait to listen. I'm so hyped.
I can't wait either. I'm so hyped. It's gonna be
I'm
good.
sweaty.
It's well earned.
Yeah.
Well earned.
But
Girl, you got this.
But yeah, that's all I got. Back to
Yeah.
you, Jacob.
Thanks. And then I'm gonna boomerang it over to Chris because I'm gonna go pee.
Wah! Well,
Ah.
I didn't need to know that, but anyway, I am up here in the Montanans doing all sorts of fun things. Planning has started for this year's Gathering of the Gamers. So we're starting that whole process for a big old con, 2-day event over Labor Day weekend. So be here or be square, if you're in the area at least. So hopefully you can come up and play some games with me in person because we have all sorts of things going on there. Otherwise, you can catch me over at badlandsdnd.com or the Facebooks at badlandsdnd for all the things that we do when it comes to helping kids and adults have fun and time together. So, yeah, that's me. I'll drop my link tree in the chat. So if anyone wants to come find more of the things I do, you can follow me at my link tree.
Phenomenal. And yes, you did need to know, Chris, because in case I got kidnapped by ninjas, you can be like, yeah, officer, like he said he was going to go pee and he never came back. So
That's fair, I suppose. I guess.
always got to make sure to tell people where you are. Speaking of that, where are you, Jess? And not like in like a meta way, but like where are you at in like what are you doing?
Oh, me? I'm doing everything. Hi, guys, gals, non-binary pals and buttholes. I'm Jess. I'm Freckle Sketches everywhere. You can find me, not lately on my channel. Things have been. So, I've been super, super busy. 2 50-hour work weeks in a row means I'm a very, very tired goblin. Um,
Hear you.
but other than that, I'm most often here on this lovely channel, playing D&D 5e, hanging out with all of my good friends here in the chatty fam. Um, I am your resident cartographer, fartographer. That's even better.
That's a shirt.
All your farts. You
I'm
have
the
lots of them.
fartographer.
All your farts are belong to Jess.
Yep. That works because I'm butthole supreme. Anyway, anyway,
Facts.
yeah, I'm your cartographer. I make maps. The map you see here on this lovely overlay that Maddie made. I made the map. Maddie made the overlay. We're a badass super team of super awesome badasses. So hire us for stuff.
I know.
Cause yeah, you should do that.
Mhm.
Hire us for stuff.
Totally.
I'm the official cartographer for Ampistrano, Duval Dragons, and Utharian Legends. There, my link tree. And I'm lorekeeper for Ampistrano. My commissions are open. Hang out with me. I'm on tweeters a lot. I tweet. I'm a goblin. I have fun. I love this game. I love these people. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Maddie.
Jake. Hi, I'm Maddie, aka So Maddie Games. Use him pronouns, and I'm the co-captain of Team Butthole. And anyway, I do a lot of stuff here and over at the amphitheater where I run Arkenhold University. We've got 4 more episodes of that left, and then I know, right? But like Jay alluded to, Ryan is coming back, and boy oh boy, our schedule is like filling up here at the Chatty Fam. Tomorrow I don't think we're gonna have anything on, and then Tuesdays, no, not yet, but soon there will be a new D&D 5e campaign every other Tuesday. Probably starting in a couple weeks. That'll be a high-level campaign run by Ryan, where I get to bring back a character that I played in another campaign. Didn't really get to finish his story, and get to finish his story now. So, if you've ever heard me say that I banished a Tarask, then that's who I'm talking about.
I think that's really new, actually. I think
No, I've never heard it before, Maddie.
Okay.
never.
Okay. Well, I did.
And Rilo killed a dragon.
That's right. Rilo took down a dragon. And
I'll take it.
So, and then, but Wednesday we do have Dragonlance Legacy of Chaos, and then Thursdays Ryan will be returning to do the season 7 of Colica Thursday, and yeah, and we'll be back next Sunday for Dragonlance Dragons of Rebirth, and yeah, and all the other stuff. So, and then. Yeah, and then I do work. I do commission graphics and stuff like that. You can see all my junk and stuff. At there you did it. You already did it already.
Love you.
Yeah, I love you too. And then oh yeah, that's the thing I didn't do. Is the anyway. So that's me. But Jake, what about you? What are you up to, man?
Man, what a great question, Maddie. Thanks for that. Throw over to here. Hey, everybody, my name is Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob, wherever I can be found on the internet. I use him pronouns, and this is the little game that I run, and keep saying that we're going to fight stuff. and hasn't happened yet. And that's okay, because we're busy fighting. Yeah, you did, Jess. I was, Maddie happened. So what can you do?
Oops, I maddied.
Absolutely no regrets. It was incredible. I mean, the conversation started, so like the dialogue box has happened. We click the X, it's happening. So I'm really excited.
We save stated, so we're fine.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Fuck.
Yeah, we can go back.
We can go right back upstairs. Totally true. So this particular week, I haven't been doing. Duval's gonna be doing it on Tuesday nights because I've been so tired and kind of need to make sure that I am taking care of me, myself, and I. But Wednesdays, Misfits of Alceta. I still might stream Tuesday. We'll see how I feel. But anyway, Misfits of Alceta, our D&D campaign, planar jumping ridiculousness over on the That's How We Roll _ channel. That's at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time over on the That's How We Roll _ channel. So check that out. This coming Thursday is huge. The premiere of season 2 of Outcast and Outclassed. I just saw a sneak peek of my new character art. I have the same character, but we did new art. And I almost peed my pants in the middle of the stream. It's really exciting. So come check that out. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time over on twitch.tv/Waffles Maple Syrup. And then, of course, Sunday, as Maddie mentioned, Dragonlance Dragons Rebirth, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here, as I hand the emotional damage baton back to Maddie. Less cliffhangery than last time, but I'm sure it will be just fine. I am ready to fuck up a dragon over there. And there's some charity stream stuff's happening and all this other really cool stuff. But lastly, we have to tell you of a few really, really important things before we get out of here. And that's the fact that Black Lives Matter. Stop AAPI hate. Stop Jewish hate. I think you use a different word.
Stand up to Jewish hate.
Than I do. Stand up. That's right. That's right. You know what? I'm just going to say fuck Nazis. That's what I'm going to say.
Good.
Keep it real simple. Read a motherfucking book. Climate change is real. I don't know if I mentioned trans rights or human rights, but that is not controversial, folks. It's just that real. Also, if you don't have a uterus, shut the fuck up. Mind your goddamn business. It's none of you. Stay in your lane. Just stop. Do crime and play Zelda. That's my
gay, do crimes.
But also legit play Zelda because thirst trapping all day.
Yeah, I mean, I am in love with a goat person named Rory. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Build structures, ride horses, defeat Ganon, profit.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Or
exactly.
Or love Ganon. Who knows?
Or, you know what? True. Very true.
It's Matthew Mercer. The fact that it's Mercer's voice now, I'm just kind of like, but here we are.
I can change him.
Anyway, so
Say hi
that
to
shows
Sephiroth.
yeah, but I mean, we're gonna rate Sephi anyway, so that's totally fine. I think Sephi is playing Zelda actually, so that's a perfect fucking segue. So yeah, send some. Oh wow, we're gone. Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
Wow.
Whoops.
Wow, man.
Whoops.